All right, in this edition of the WealthKeel Freestyle, we're going to cover some year-end planning tips from both a financial planning perspective, but also from a year-end tax perspective. And more importantly, this is the first WealthKeel Freestyle in the new office. So as you can see, I have the beautiful wall of the family behind me. There's also way too many pictures of the Golden Gate Bridge. No, I have not been to San Francisco, and no, I have not been to the Golden Gate Bridge. But we just had our newborn pictures done not too long ago. I am waiting for those pictures to arrive so I can put up some new pictures of Xander. We'll get baby X a few more on the wall because right now Riker seems to be the favorite child based on just pictures alone. So welcome to the new office. So the first topic we're going to cover, and let me also add in the disclosure that you do not have much time to take advantage of this next one. While these are all based on year end, depending on how quickly your employer can update your 401k, 403b, or 457b contributions, you may have to do this right away, or you may have even missed the deadline. But the goal is to get as much as you can into those qualified plans through your employer before the end of the year. You can't stroke a check, unfortunately, to put money into your 401k or 403b. If you have a solo 401k plan on your own, technically we could look at different rules, but we're just going to assume that it's a qualified plan through your employer. And if that is the case, you probably have one more pay cycle to update your contribution amount into the 401k, 403b, 457, we'll just call them qualified plans. So you can either update your percentage, you can probably go the whole way up to 100%, or even just update into a flat fee number, or a fixed amount number, I should say. And again, your goal is to try to get that maxed out before the end of the year, or just put as much in as you can. You're never going to save too much money for retirement is my overused motto. The next topic is tax loss harvesting. It's been a pretty good year in the market, no matter where you were at. Bonds, international, US, it's been a pretty good year in the markets. So you may not have a ton of opportunity for tax loss harvesting, but always look through your portfolio. If you're using index funds and mutual funds, because of diversification in there, you may not see as much. But if you had individual stocks, you could easily have a great year in the market, but you have one bad apple there in the bunch. We also always lead with the disclosure. Tax loss harvesting, to us, we think is just a little bit of an overused buzzword. It's still important, but you're really just deferring taxes in a lot of those examples there. So while we still think it's important, just always take that with a grain of salt as well. So make sure you get that done. Again, tax loss harvesting is a year-end 12/31 deadline, so make sure you get in there and check out your portfolio before the year is over. One of my favorite topics, FSAs. So flexible spending accounts are a little bit unique because what can happen is if your employer does not allow your money to roll over, your money can literally expire. I mean, the money is just gone. So whether it's in a healthcare FSA or dependent care FSA, healthcare FSAs are getting a little bit more common on allowing you to roll funds over, usually no more than $500. So know your plan rules. We haven't seen that implemented as much on the dependent care side yet. So know your rules for your FSA, whether it's healthcare or dependent care FSA, also known as a flexible spending account, drastically different than an HSA, so just add that disclosure in there. This is the one where you kind of hear those funny stories where your friends are like, hey, we bought 300 tubes of suntan lotion, or we have 400 pairs of prescription glasses now. It's because their FSA was going to expire, so as opposed to letting the money expire, they go and buy silly things that still qualify for a deductible expense from their FSA. As always, with all tax questions and tax topics, confirm all of this with your accountant or your CPA. Next up is charity. Make any charitable contributions before the end of the year. So if you have any 501c3s that you like to make contributions to, now would be a good time to do that. It's the holiday season right now, so take advantage of that. If you want to bunch a bunch of contributions together in one year, check out something called a donor advised fund, or also known as a DAF. This is where you could put a lump sum into an investment account, which is called a DAF, a donor advised fund, And once the money's in there, you get your deduction. But the cool part is then that while the money's in there, you can invest it for the long term, or you can essentially make smaller contributions from that account every year going forward, again, to 501c3s. So good chance now to take advantage of any charitable contributions. Last but not least, we're going to go through some education planning and two topics in particular. The first one is prepaying tuition. That's one that most don't know about, but we're coming to the end of 2019 while I'm recording this video. So if you know you have tuition coming up in early 2020, you could actually take advantage of that this year and prepay into 2020. So again, confirm this with your accountant, confirm this with your the education provider as well. But that is a pretty common deduction we see quite a bit. So see if you can prepay some tuition to take advantage of that deduction for this year. And then last but not least is the 529 plan. Now, every state offers a 529 plan. At least I think every state offers a 529 plan. But not every state offers a tax deduction for their 529 plan. So there's no federal tax benefits in the sense of you don't get a tax deduction on the federal side. It's a state tax deduction if your state offers one. But they also follow a 12/31 deadline. I think majority of states are a 12/31 deadline. There may be an odd one or two that do allow you to go longer to when you file your taxes, but let's just stick with a 12/31 deadline for your 529 plan. So those are the topics on this WealthKeel Freestyle. Again, we wanted to show you the new office space, the new digs here, and we wanted to go over a few items to take advantage of before the end of the year. And remember, this is a 12/31 deadline, not a tax filing deadline. IRA, Roth IRA, there are a few tax topics that you can take advantage of out until when you file your taxes. The ones we covered today are a 12/31 deadline. So we hope you enjoyed this WealthKeel Freestyle. As always, if you have any questions, let us know. More importantly, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.